welcome back to this month's episode of ClubCast. I am Kate Capezza, and joining me today is a brand new member of our leadership team, someone who has already brought so much energy and innovation to our organization. Help me in welcoming Laurie Boyer. She is our new Vice President of Digital Strategy and Innovation. So Laurie, thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here.
Laurie brings an incredible background in digital learning, technology, and just instructional leadership. So we're thrilled to have her shaping the future of our programs and our systems using that technology, especially in this day and age where technology is being used more and more. So we want to use that to the best of our abilities in our programs, not just with our club kids, but also with our staff, and using those in a safe way and just bettering all the things that we're doing as an organization. And I think Laurie is going to do an amazing job with that and is going to be such an asset to our organization. So to get started, Laurie, can you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your journey and how you've got here?
Sure, absolutely. Well, I started out actually in healthcare. That's what I went to school for initially before I got my MBA in business, and then I came into the school district. And during my time in St. Lucie Public Schools, I was afforded opportunities to provide professional development for teachers, support teachers in their classroom, and just be on the forefront of innovation. So starting with Palm Point, which was an educational research school that opened the first year I was part of the inaugural staff there. And then actually went to go be part of the inaugural staff at our first virtual school within the district. So tech has always been at my heart, and has been, part of my passion and just making my purpose even more important. And so from there, I was afforded opportunities to, we had a $12.5 million grant that we received to put STEM education, actually STEAM education, don't want to forget the arts by any means, into multiple schools to create K through 12 pathways. So I got to work with wonderful tech partners, STEAM partners, everyone in between, and wonderful teachers and educators and administrators in the district. And so from there, I then also was part of creating the district's first podcast, and just being a Microsoft innovative educator expert. Just tech is what drives me, and so I'm always seeking out opportunities to learn more about it and then share that with others, and I think that's the important part.
And tell us a little bit more about that, the virtual learning that you talked about. How was that experience?
That was absolutely amazing. Now so much is virtual post-COVID timeframe, but this was well before the COVID era. And so back in 2012, 2013 is when I transitioned into supporting Mosaic Digital Academy, which was quite an amazing school run by the principal, Jean Zimba. And we were a small but mighty crew, and we supported kids in K through 12 environment. What made that virtual learning different was we had online learning opportunities, but then we were able, since it was a local virtual opportunity, we were able to have field trips and opportunities to connect as a community, as a school community, even though it was a virtual environment.
Yeah, I think joining the two is very helpful with the technology part of it, but also them being able to get out and get some experiences outside too.
It was kind of like the balance of both worlds, you know?
Yeah. So tell us how you kind of got into your role at Boys and Girls Club. What led you to us?
So not-for-profit work has always been at the heart of what I, care about and feel passionate about. And so I've been involved with a handful of not-for-profits through the years, along with my professional experience. And so I do have a wonderful friend, Renee Mata, who oversees the programming piece at Boys and Girls Club. So I've been very in tune with what happens at Boys and Girls Club and just understanding the wonderful offerings and opportunities provided to all kids in St. Lucie County. And so when the opportunity to train some staff that came about with a grant opportunity with digital literacy, as well as the community opportunity to train them, I definitely saw that to be a great fit, and it really just felt like family. So I did that in a project-based environment to kind of get dip my toes in the water and see how it felt there at Boys and Girls Club, and it just felt like home. And so now I'm proud to be a part of the digital strategy and innovation learning moving forward.
And we're very excited to have you. I know in some of the trainings that you've done with our communications team, I've learned already so much about it,
Awesome.
Especially with Canva and Microsoft. And speaking of Microsoft, you're one of the 32 MIEE fellows in the nation. Tell us a little bit about that and what that certification means to you.
Sure. So I had a wonderful colleague here, co-partner in crime, when I was here at the district, Julie Hilburn, and we became the first Microsoft Innovative Educator Experts for the district. And from there, it's really a great community of learning. So it gives you an opportunity to learn tech, share tech, and collaborate with others nationwide, as well as in the state on tech. So from there, an opportunity arose to apply to become a fellow. And so the fellow is in charge of the MIEEs within that state and then supporting nationwide learning opportunities, professional learning for educators that are MIEE certified. So it's been great. I've had opportunities to present at FETC, which is the Future of EdTech conference, also national platforms. We got to go to Microsoft headquarters and take part in learning opportunities and giving back to other teachers and the community of schools that are there too. So it really was a great small knit community, even though we were serving a large population.
Well, that is amazing. That, especially going to the headquarters, that is like
That was really
something
cool.
to be proud of.
Really cool.
As the Vice President of Digital Strategy and Innovation, what do you plan on bringing within, say, the next 3 months to our organization? Or what is
Perfect.
your goal?
Sure. I really want to bring forth the opportunity to try. I want people to not fear technology. I want them to, if they're staff, I want them to say, you know what, I want to learn this, and then I want to try it in the workplace, and then we'll refine it from there. It might work great at one site, and at a different site, they have different needs, right? So the opportunity to try, with them as well as with students, I want to leverage innovative technology, things such as AI and beyond. There's so much out there to make systems more efficient and effective from a professional standpoint on a daily basis in the workplace, as well as implore students and children ages K through 12, to really just dive in and use technology to help them personally, as well as set them up for success with workforce, right? We want to ensure that they have exposure to the tools and the jobs of the future that will be possible due to technology. So I hope that combining all those things together will provide wonderful opportunities for them. Some of the background has been in things such as, my background's been in things such as esports, gaming, and I helped co-found the Sunshine State Esports Federation, and so that affords opportunities for students to game with opportunities for scholarships. I mean, people don't necessarily realize that those are opportunities that are out there, right? So some things look different, but I think that innovation will help, parlay our kids to be future focused and bring their best self forward.
And what are some other program areas that could benefit from that digital side to things?
Sure. Well, I think just even taking it from the STEAM standpoint, Renee and her team do a wonderful job incorporating STEAM into each site that's offered out there. And I think taking that technology piece and enhancing it and creating a solid foundation for all club kids to then just continue to catapult into the future.
So do you plan on going into the clubs to kind of interact with the staff and the members there?
Oh, absolutely. Listen, there's great things happening in Boys and Girls Club. I do not want to disrupt that. I just want to continue to elevate that. And so absolutely you have to see that from the bottom ground up. And so we have some opportunities to visit planned this week and next week. So
Nice.
We'll definitely be out there in the clubs. Already have had a chance to chat with, the staff that support some of the clubs. So that's been great. And then just really see it all in action and see how we can brainstorm together. I think collaboration is key. If we're not fearful to try and we're afforded the opportunities to try, then we'll all grow together. And so I think through collaboration and just communicating what we're doing, how we're doing it, and why we're doing it, because that's really important, hopefully that'll evoke buy-in from staff and students, and we'll all be happy with the end result.
I think it's going to be a very good move. Speaking of AI, tell us a little bit about that and how, especially even our staff, but also our club members could benefit from AI.
Absolutely. So from a staff perspective, there, AI, we've always think of it as a thought partner, as someone to, as an as an option to brainstorm with, essentially. And so by doing that, it affords, professional staff to not start with a blank slate 24/7, right? You have ideas, things that you need to generate. You know what you're trying to create or make happen, and you could utilize AI to do that just more efficiently, which therefore it frees up your time then to do the things that matter, that come from your heart, right? There's no one that's going to replace your expertise or your heart and passion for what you do. And so pairing that with AI will afford more time that's freed up to go down that avenue from a professional and staff standpoint. From a kid standpoint, I think it's really, it's multifaceted, because I think you're looking at how can I use AI safely and effectively, right? It's really important that we understand everything from how to approach it properly, as well as how to stay safe online, as well as how to use AI to create a graphic and note that you used AI. Give proper recognition for that, so it doesn't come across as it's your own completely. You need to reference it properly. So I think setting that foundation for understanding and from a safety perspective, and then I think taking it and saying, wow, I enjoy technology. How can I use things like AI to get certifications? How can I get certifications or career pathways? There's AI engineers out there. There's prompt engineering. There's so many things that currently exist that kids just don't even know are out there. So we want to expose them to those opportunities, as well as the jobs of the future that aren't even created now. So we want them to be, have quality digital literacy so they can be effective in the workplace.
Especially with creating resumes and applications and stuff like that, I think AI can be very helpful for our teens going on into the workplace.
100% agree.
Tell us a little bit more about the workforce readiness aspect of it and how you plan on helping our teens with workforce.
Sure. So actually, Boys and Girls Club has wonderful summer internship opportunities with workforce development. So we're just looking to continue to enhance that. So I've been conversing with Ms. Motto over programming and talking about the needs of how can we pair what currently happens with workforce development, internship opportunities, certification opportunities, and pair that with innovation. And so we're actually in talks right now to hopefully provide, I don't want to give away all the secrets, but hopefully provide a great platform for kids to interact and engage with, to really help them put their finger on the pulse of what makes their heart beat when they're thinking about their future. And so there'll be exciting news to come on that forefront.
Nice. Yeah, I think meeting kids where they're at and what they're interested in is our main goal and main priority, especially whether it's videography or photography that they're interested.
Yes.
I think that's the most important thing, is
Absolutely.
meeting them where they are.
I mean, if they have a passion for those things, why not help them explore content creation, right? What can you do with that? How can that parlay into marketing? How do you take that marketing aspect and put it into a communications pathway? If you want to go to college and beyond, or if you want to get certifications so you could go right into the workplace. I think it's so interconnected, which is wonderful, and just meeting those kids where they're at and saying, oh, this is what you love to do? Let's elevate that.
What do you think your most favorite program or initiative is that you're going to bring to the organization? Your all-time favorite?
It's hard to choose. I have a lot of favorites when it comes to technology. I would probably say that first and foremost, I want to ensure that they realize there's so many tools right there at their fingertips that they can explore and utilize in such a variety of ways. So I think the more that I'm out there at the clubs, I'll know what it is that really makes each one of them tick. I can't wait to check out the podcast that they have, as well, and see what's happening behind the scenes there. And I think from there we'll put in some really great opportunities and personalized pathways for them to explore, and then hopefully provide clarity for their future.
When you imagine the future of Boys and Girls Club through the lens of digital innovation, what does that look like to you, the future of Boys and Girls Club?
To me, that looks like us being the trailblazers, to be honest with you, within our community and within the state and beyond. I think it's important that we set the stage for it, that we lead by example, and that we provide opportunities to our community. So if that's connecting with other not-for-profits in our community to provide digital innovation, or if that's to their kids that they serve, or to their professional staff if there's a need, whatever that might look like. I think that if we're collaborating and serving the community that helps us serve the kids at the clubs and beyond, then to me that's a win-win. So hopefully we're trailblazing and setting the example for others to follow.
And that digital aspect is going to help us too, especially with me in communications.
Yes.
Kind of improving the way we do things and communicating to the outside community. So we're definitely thankful for that, and just learning new ways that we can expand what we're doing currently in the marketing aspect of things.
Absolutely. Looking forward to continuing to partner.
Yes. How, what do you think inspired you personally to dedicate your career to digital learning? What kind of sparked that for you in the beginning?
You know what? I think my parents just always growing up instilled in me, don't be fearful to try and learn new things, you know? And so I remember being in elementary school, and our school won a grant to get Apple computers in a lab. So I'm obviously dating myself a little bit here, but that was a really big thing back in the 80s. And you know, it was so cool to have a whole lab to learn in. And to me, you know, the internet was, you know, going to be starting up, and everything was so fresh and so new. So I just felt like I dove in then. And from there, I've always enjoyed all aspects of technology, and I think that that just has always stayed in the back of my mind, whether I was going to school or whether I was doing stuff for not-for-profits. And so I realized that that's really what I'm passionate about, and just continue to be a lifelong learner. I think that's really important, especially with technology. You know, it's ever changing. There's so much to learn. There's new technologies that are coming out. So keeping abreast of what's out there and learning about it and collaborating with others and finding out, like, what's best practice? What are you doing in your environment that works? What struggles are you having too? Because those are real. And how did you, you know, combat them, or you know, helping someone even just brainstorm through that if they're in a different environment than me, a different workplace, and you know, maybe we're partnering and just saying, hey, this is what we can do, or why don't we go down this pathway? So I think just feeling that tech passion in my heart and then choosing to explore it is really what, you know, got me interested in it.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything else you want to share about your background that you might not have mentioned before? Any experiences?
I mean, I think just on a non-professional standpoint, not my work, but my volunteer time, I've always been involved with not-for-profits in a variety of different capacities. And I'm really excited to be a part of Boys and Girls Club, because I think it's the proper pairing of my volunteer experience, my work experience, and my passion in my heart. So I think working together with the wonderful people that I've already gotten to meet at Boys and Girls Club will be great for our community.
We're very excited to have you. What would you say to those watching, partners, community people, about if they're interested in supporting Boys and Girls Club? What would you tell them about that?
Call me, email me, reach out, please. Would absolutely love to be a thought partner with them, think things through, understand what maybe they see as a community need from a digital innovation perspective. If there's gaps that, you know, Boys and Girls Club can help close or help elevate foundations that have been laid in the world of digital strategy, then absolutely reach out. I'm more than happy to connect and work together. And
what would you share with our club members, club parents, club staff, any of our club people? What message would you share to them? I would say be willing to try and come on out. Like, come on out when we have events. If you see me at the club, share with me, you know, what it is that you're interested in, or what you know your kids are interested in, so that I could take a deeper dive into it and figure out, you know, how we could leverage that at that club site. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Is there anything else that you would like to share? No, just thank you so much. I really appreciate this opportunity to be here, and looking forward to supporting Boys and Girls Club and the wonderful St. Lucie County community that's out there. So thank you. Well, we are so excited about having Laurie join our team. There's going to be so many amazing things happening with Boys and Girls Club. We just keep growing and growing every single day. And so definitely keep in touch with us. Follow our Facebook account, visit our website at bgcofslc.org to see all of the amazing things we're doing. And we just appreciate your support and your continued support of our mission. So I will see you next month.